Greetings, friend. By a dauntless bearing, I'm assuming you're an adventurer. As for myself, I am a humble wandering minstrel, one who draws inspiration from the daring deeds of those you in your company. If you have a moment, there's a favor I would ask of you. Will you not hear me out? In part, due to promotional efforts during the recent Moonfire Fair, more people are seeking out to take up adventuring. Not all are yet wise in the ways of the world, however, and I fear they might fall prey to less principled types in Ola. If one such as you were to help them on their way, I'd feel more at ease. What say you? Will you not take up a fledgling adventurer under your wing? I'm truly grateful. Now, I believe a carriage is due to arrive shortly. If you go and wait at the gates of Nald. Chances are Sorrel will wander in who had just embarked upon the path of adventure. Pray greet them, Raphael. Worry not, you have no trouble identifying them. You need but look for someone absorbed in their surroundings. I dare say to feel like glimpsing into the past, right to the part where you are greeted by a helpful stranger. Welcome to it all. Who are you? An experienced adventurer, you say? And you want to help me on my way? Well, I certainly could use some guidance. I've never been anywhere as big or busy as Ul'dah. My name is Nagia Jakya, but just Nagi will do. And as you've rightly guessed, I'm an aspiring adventurer. That's why I left my village and came here. So I understand that you first need to register at the Adventurers Guild. Do you know where it is? Just through a door. That door it is. Just through that door, is it? Thank you. I'll head there at once. And out. In and out. Come on, Nagi. You can do it. Oh, it's you again. To be honest, I'm quite nervous. It's starting to have you here, too. Why, hello there. What can I do for you today? The lad's here to register, is he? Yes, madam. I wish to join the Adventurers Guild. My name is Nagia Jakya, and I'm 16 years old. Practically a grown man. A real lively one. Momodi's the name. And if you want to be an adventurer, then you've come to the right woman. There's nothing to it, really. You just need to write your name in the register. Come, come. With that, you're officially a member of the Adventurers Guild. If you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. You don't... Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with women folk from time to time. Now that nobody will offer you the grand tour, but in light of present company, I reckon you ought to have it from him. He's a renowned adventurer, after all, the bleeding champion of Eorzea, and you can do far worse than to get his advice. To begin with, maybe you could recommend the guild here in Yuldorf and Nagi to join. If it's too noisy in here, there are benches just outside where you can have a nice little chat. I must confess, choosing a guild is quite daunting. I'd appreciate any advice you could offer. Alright, let's talk guilds. I'm all ears, Daniel. Alright, adventuring can be dangerous. What attracted you to it? A merchant who was in the carriage with me, Brett something, asked me that much the same thing. At the time, I couldn't give a proper answer. I had reason for leaving home, of course, but I couldn't express it in words. But having now set foot in Yuldorf, it's become clear in my mind. I wanted to know what lay beyond the horizon. I wanted to see it with my own eyes and be amidst it. You've been to many places, right? You like it then? Traveling, that is. Well, traveling is nice, but I prefer to put my roots down somewhere. Truly, that's a little unexpected. And yet, perhaps it's when we've seen the world that we know there's a perfect place for us. One we'd like to call home. But an experienced as I am, I don't know if I could live a life on the road. Is there a guild that could equip me with the skills I need? I see, a place where I can learn how to protect myself from others. And others. If I recall correctly, Yuldorf is home of the Pugilist and Domitor's Guild. Although I choose the Pugilist, I've always enjoyed rigorous exercise, and I'm quite confident in my physical abilities. Yes, I believe this is the guild out for me. I'll go and join at once. I'll show you the guild if you like. Thanks for your concern, but I should be fine. If you still have time, though, can we meet again afterwards? There are a few more things I'd like to ask you about. Great, I'll look for you here when I'm done. That was the most impressive display, young one. Watching you, I'm reminded of myself in my youth. Swift, strong, and handsome. Not to say I'm not those things anymore, of course. You're too kind, Master Hammond, and I'm sure you'll install those things and more. Now, Nagi. Take care you don't flatter the old man overmuch. His neck couldn't bear the way his head getting any larger. Daniel, I'm glad to say that the pugilism agrees with me. My thanks for your recommendation. So you're the one who sent Nagi to us. Well, I possess rare talent, and I look forward to watching him grow in art. Right then, my boy. Remember today's lesson well. Keep your training. Next time we shall try something a little harder. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. So engrossed was I in combinations, I've lost track of time. Oh, I should mention something. As I was training, a peculiar minstrel approached me. He said that if I resolved to walk the adventurous path, I should seek him out for a task. Moreover, he asked you to accompany me, if you're willing. He's apparently waiting at the Ruby Road Exchange. My friend, well, you have done a splendid job as a guide. I was right to trust the task to you. What? Do you mean to say Daniel approached me at your behest? Yeah, I did, I must confess. You see, for my next composition, I seek to capture the essence of the times. While any number of subjects will be worthwhile, of greatest interest to me is the recent rise in the ranks of adventurers. Thus, bringing different generations of adventurers together, I'd hoped to inspiration to strike, and pleased to say that it has. Drawing upon your experience walking your path, you have helped Nagi to begin walking his. A reminder that the present owes its existence to the past. That is to say, the past and the present are deeply entwined. If we would capture the former, we cannot well disregard the latter. This brings me to my next request. I ask that you each find an object with a connection to the calamity, the event which gave this rise to this realm's rebirth, and present it to me with its tale. Well, that's like a treasure hunt. It'll be my very first test as an adventure. What do you say, Daniel? Shall we do it? Excellent. When you have your items, please seek me out in the Ruby Road Exchange. I eagerly look forward to seeing what you bring. There are many vendors at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, right? Chances are they'll have something, so let's begin and search there. Come on, let's begin looking around. Welcome, welcome. What is it you're after? Objects with a connection to the climate, you say? I have just the thing. An amethyst ring from Ishgard steeped in sentimental value. 5 years ago, on the eve of the Battle of Cardinal, a young temple knight set out from his homeland, wishing to do his part for Eorzea when his nation would not. Alas, the man never arrived in the flats. Aaron Ruchi came upon a merchant being attacked by a dragon, and lost his life going to the stranger's aid. This was his ring, and no one passed down through his line. What a tragic tale. But I wonder, how did the ring find its way back? The night fell, it seems the merchant couldn't have survived unscathed. I remember now. Though the knight was mortally wounded, he succeeded in striking down the dragon, and with his last breath he entrusted the ring to the merchant. Yes, that's how it happened. That's what he said. If you're interested, I would be willing to part with the relic for a special price, but for today only. This feels ridiculous. So we'll look around some more. There's bound to be other things out there. local cuisine. Goodness, but everything looks amazing. In the course of your journeys, you must have sampled all kinds of food, from some fairs to exotic feasts. I look forward to sampling everything too. Greetings and welcome to my exhibit. Please feel free to browse at your leisure. Don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. We're looking for objects that bear a connection to the Calamity. Do you have anything that fits that description? As a matter of fact, I do. Yonder pane, entitled the Sultana's Seven, depicts an inspiring event from the Calamity. It was the final days before the vow of Dalamud. Its inexorable approach foretelling an impelling doom. Panic spread like wildfire, while many in the desperation turned onto the Sultanate. Looting and rioting broke out across Ulda. To kill the masses, Her Royal Majesty Unamo took to the streets with a guard consisting only of 7 subjects, for they alone had the courage to stand with their Sultana. There she addressed the rabble. Heed me, my beloved citizens. The realm lies upon the brink of the 7th Umbral era, yet so long as we live, we must not forget our compassion. Now is not the time to take from your neighbor, but to proffer him the hand of succor. Brought to their senses by her words, the people laid down their arms and set about healing the wounds they themselves had inflicted on Ulda. And those who had returned from the battlefield found their home much as they had left it, a gleaming jewel in the desert. Her Majesty sounds like a great ruler. Ulda is fortunate to have her watching over it. Thanks for sharing the tale. It is indeed inspiring, and you've done an incredible job capturing it in glass. So far, so good. Let's look around just a little more. Lots of splendors. What kind of place is this, I wonder? I see you are familiar with the house. We offer wares for scripts, but our services are only available to those whom we know and trust. So if I want to get customer, I don't even need to wait for myself. One day now. One day. Greetings. Daily necessities to unusual curios, I deal in all manner of wares. Is there something in particular you seek? You need but ask. Objects to do with the Calamity. The two of you are adventurers, are you not? In which case I might have something that may be of interest. It's a journal I acquired from an adventurer who retired injured. The man recorded his experience during the Calamity in detail, and I dare say it has value for students of history. Oh, an adventurer is a first-hand account. I'd love to pour over it. You keep a journal for your adventures as well, Danny, so I'd love to read it too one day, with permission, please. Oh, another history, please. I also have a scrapbook of articles from the group Raven, Gridania's leading tabloid. These mainly cover events outside the Calamity, however. Articles from the Ravens. I dare say we've seen enough. Let's find a quiet spot to discuss what to bring back. This looks like a good spot as any. I don't know about you, but this is all very new and exciting for me. Talking to myriad people, learning the tale behind each object, it's been a great experience, and I won't soon forget it. Now then, we need to decide what we want to take back to the minstrel. Have you made up your mind? Retired adventurer's journal. I see. I did consider that too, but ended up settling on something else. What is it? If you don't mind. I'd like to keep it a surprise. Come on, let's purchase our respective items and meet back where the minstrel awaits. Each found an item I trust. Well, now what have we here? The Journal of an Adventure, you say? Despite the vendor's claims, such records typically do not have much historical value on account of their limited perspective and inherent partiality. Yet by the same token, they have great value to me, for they offer a glimpse into the writer's heart. There's no richer material for penning verses. Now then, what of you, young Nagi? And what might this be? It's a scrapbook of articles from the Raven. You see, my sister is a reporter for the tabloid. During the calamity, she traveled the realm, interviewing adventurers about their journeys. I loved nothing more than to hear tales. They seemed like such a diverse crowd of adventurers. No two people were ever alike, and yet they were united in the free, unshackled lives they lived. It struck a chord with me, and in time I found themselves admiring them. Looking back, it was my sister who instilled me the desire to see the world and become an adventurer. That's where I chose the scrapbook. I see. Footsteps leaves one on the journey becomes the starting point for another. Yes, the verse comes to me. A blessing for the souls will come this way. Greetings, warrior of light. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy construed by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. First of all, I wish to thank you for your continuing to grace us with your presence. You and your fellow adventurers are our inspiration, and this shall never change. The world, however, is an ever-changing place, mysterious in its elusiveness. Unexpected hardships may turn our lives upside down, and though we all desire peace deep in our hearts, the sparks of conflict never cease to be struck. Like an adventurer's journey, the world is constantly moving towards the unknown, and it takes considerable courage to alter course. Yet I ardently believe that it is a small but insignificant step in our quest to create new adventures. Indeed, another great change is about to visit the world, and it shall open the way to exciting new journeys. And 'tis our abiding hope that our journey together shall ever continue on, to the distant horizon and beyond. Now, time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Return to your path, and know that you are in our hearts always. Till next we meet, I bid you safe travels. Thank you for the generous reward and the uplifting verse. It gives me courage for the road ahead. Speaking of which, it's time I set on my own. Though it was brief, I enjoyed our time together and hope to see you again. Somewhere out there. Come what way, may, never forget to smile. Though much and more was lost in the calamity, intrepid souls continued to set forth, paving the way into the future. In a moment in history we do stand, and Fario would perform another song. Your life is a riddle, to bear gladness and grief, 'neath stars and through storms, the answers to seek. Your footprints are threads to be gathered and woven, a song of dawn resplendent, dancing high to the heavens. From the embrace of the gods through man has been torn, upon whence eternal lives and memories are born. The future is unwritten, bring it rapture and sorrow. Our journey shall continue on tomorrow and tomorrow. Yeah, that was a bad verse. That works. I wonder, how did you feel as you watched Nagi set off? Did the sight fill you with worry for a fledgling adventure? Or did it awaken fond memories of your own humble beginnings? Whichever it may be, I know that yours is a journey more trying than most. There will be times when we are overcome by loneliness, and each step feels heavier than the last. In such a moment, I bid you remember this. So long as you harbor love for this world, ever shall there be a place for you in it. Your adventures will never end.